Don't know if you know this, but we ran 89 plays on Saturday, and the first time a team does something like that, there's always some good and always some bad. Let's start with the defense. Here's some of the good things that we saw here. This is a play here, a run play. Looks pretty good for the offense at this point, but because of the five defenders in the middle, three linebackers and two safeties, and the way they screech downhill, this winds up being about a 2-yard gain. Really, really good stuff. Here's another example. I always talk about lining up and being able to run to the ball is important. This is another good example of it. This is a boot, and looks like this point, the QB has a lot of green grass in front of her, but there's some people you don't even see in the screen at this point are going to come screeching down and winds up being about a 3-yard gain. Really good stuff. On the other hand, we continue to, as a team, have issues with lining up. Right here is where I understand our defensive backs are supposed to be at about 7 yards. Go to another clip. And now we have a defensive back at 4 yards. Go to another clip. And now we have a defensive back at almost safety depth. I don't understand the inconsistencies. It seems like lineup should be fundamental. Here we have linebackers. All three of them are wrong. They're supposed to be at 5. One is at 6. The other two are at 8. They've gotten better, but I don't understand why this continues to be an issue. Here's defensive line. There may be a reason for this. Maybe we were short, but I'm looking here on film. There's only 3 defensive linemen, not 4. And you can imagine what the result is. When you play a person short, good things don't happen, and the defense winds up giving up its longest run of the day. These are the types of things that can lose ball games. Here, want to go. We have a defender that just decides to play her own defense for some reason. The middle linebacker, instead of getting back, and I mean, everything right now says pass. The line's standing up, the quarterback's dropping back, everything says pass. But the middle linebacker just scoots up. I don't know who you're paying attention to. If the quarterback had come off this post and progressed to the dig, because of what you did, there's a big hole in the middle of the defense. This is the type of thing that loses ball games, and we've got to cut it out. Next, we got an instance where the offense and the defense kind of take turns here. We have a player lining up in the neutral zone, which is a penalty. And then offensively, we have a receiver on the far side that should be on the line of scrimmage is off the line of scrimmage. This is a basic formation for us, and we can't seem to line up in it. Offensively, we did some good things. When everybody does what they're supposed to do, this is pretty good. Quarterback here, we have a 1 route called. 1, 2, 3, gets the ball out. The receiver stops at 8 yards, bang, stumbles to 2. That's a first down catch. Really easy, and that's how our offense should function all the time. Here's another example of our offense working well. And I didn't pull out the run plays, just a couple pass plays. Shallow, the way that the Y is running this shallow is awesome. It puts the linebacker in a lurch right there. Quarterback sees that, good protection, steps up, hits it right in the hole, nice completion. Go one more. Believe here, cross, another thing. Great pass pro, decent route running, right? Quarterback's on time, the footwork, hitch, throw the ball, it's on time, boom, nice completion. But on the other hand, we can't seem to line up correctly. We did this multiple times where we covered up a tight end. This is a penalty. This is Con King. Both receivers are supposed to be off the line. We did it in Twins Queen several times. Here's another one. We had multiple times. We threw the ball 53 times. There are 24 or more slides where multiple receivers did not do the right thing. This is what these 2 receivers are supposed to do on 42 quick key, and here's what they actually did. The Z, first of all, just walked off the line like nothing was going. Quarterback's relying on her to run the quick, and then you look to the far side, the X receiver, instead of blocking for the bubble, is turned to a line like she's supposed to get the ball, which doesn't happen. Like I said, good and bad. I'm a little frustrated as to why we can't line up, why we can't remember certain things. So hopefully tonight we'll get on the field and get all that stuff corrected.